And just observing different sensations in your body. The way you would maybe observe a TV show or movie, just watching, noticing. Stay in, keep noticing your breath. This next technique or tool practice that we'll do is an embodied movement practice, and I'll somewhat facilitate and guide you through it. Movement with our bodies we've been doing for ages, as long as bodies have been around, and particularly a dance movement as well. I was reflecting earlier on, I've seen babies, they dance before they even walk. So dancing is a very primal movement and practice that we have, and it can also help with the movement of energy. And so I'm going to play a brief playlist, and we're going to just let our body move, whatever kind of movements. They don't have to be big, they can stay small. Just staying where you are with your feet connected to the earth. And for now, just with your feet planted where they are, arms down by your side. And just notice what you hear. Just notice every sound. If you want to start finding small movements in your fingers, in your hips, maybe shifting your weight gently from side to side, moving very slow, noticing every movement. Oftentimes we move unconsciously, and just by slowing down, moving consciously helps us to be more connected, grounded, calm. You want to find small movements in your shoulders or neck. Just notice, again, observe every feeling, sensation. Maybe you shift weight from one foot to the other and you notice how that feels, where your foot connects to the earth. Stay connected with your breath. You start to make a little bit bigger movements. Maybe you start to move in the arms, bending the knees, more movement in the hips. Just letting your body naturally flow. I say let your muscles lead and your bones follow. Maybe your movements get bigger with your arms. Maybe they want to stay small. Just tune into what feels good for your body. And then even if you start to notice maybe like stiffness or resistance to movement, just tuning into how that feels. You know, just this little bit of movement, like I said, it can help move that stagnant energy in us. And maybe something's already coming up and not making it wrong, knowing that as you stay with it and keep moving, you're moving through it. taking that energy off. A couple more minutes. Maybe your movements want to get bigger. Just trusting your body. It's another thing that sometimes we forget, is to trust our own body. And any idea that it's not okay to trust our body is likely just something we were taught in childhood, maybe. Our bodies do amazing things for us. They do so much for us already without our effort. It just proves we can trust our own body. If your feet want to start lifting off the ground, you can. Just noticing every movement when your foot lifts and when it reconnects with the earth. Notice your hips, your spine. And start to notice any thoughts or feelings that may come up. Again, being an observer. We're going to slowly start to slow down our movements. So if they're big, start to bring them smaller, but keep noticing how it feels as you make them smaller. If your feet are moving, bring them back to one spot. And continue to make your movements smaller. Eventually, coming with your feet connected to the ground, your arms relaxed down by your side, your hips directly over your feet, back to stillness, standing tall. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Notice, how does your mind feel? How does your body feel? Staying in, staying connected to your body, your breath. Just start to find a seat. You can come to a seat. And after you've arrived in your seat and you're comfortable, close back down the eyes when you're ready. This next exercise that we'll do is a self-inflicted exercise, I like to call it, and it's the use of self-touch. There is scientific research behind the benefits of self-touch because it's your own hand, your own hands. It sends a message to your nervous system that you're safe, that you're calm, and everything's okay, versus, you know, from received from anyone else. There's just a difference when it's our own hands and the messages that it sends to our nervous system. And in this exercise, again, the invitation to just notice what thoughts and feelings come up. None are wrong, just noticing what happens for you in this experience and just staying with it as we continue through this exercise. So first we're going to take our hands. One hand is going to come to the back of your skull where the top of your spine meets your skull. And the other hand is going to come on top of that hand. Just hold this space for a moment. This is technically where brain and body connect. This is also a place that we were most supported as a baby when we are held. This is one of the first places we were held. So just with our hands resting here. Again, it's getting that signal. It's okay to relax. It's security, giving our body the signal of security. We'll take a few breaths here. And then we'll start to take our hands down to one of our feet. You can either bend over or bring it up to you. In this part, you can have your eyes open or closed. So your choice here. I'm just taking your hands first to your toes, either giving maybe light pressure, gentle massage, or just feeling the fingertips along the toes. Just noticing the sensation in both your foot and your hand and fingers. Moving along the foot, the sole, the heel, the top of foot. And switch to your other foot if you haven't already. And then while you're here doing this exercise, an invitation to just notice or think about, reflect, what is your current relationship with your body? What kind of conversation have you been having with your body? You can start to move up to the ankles and the calf. Just really noticing your fingertips, the sensation, palms. What kind of maybe stories have you been telling yourself about your body? I'm not seeing any of it as wrong, just noticing. First step to creating change is to just become self-aware. You can switch to your other leg when you're ready. How do your bones feel, your flesh, muscle? When you're ready, past your knees, you'll go to your thighs. An invitation to just be in kindness towards your body. Sometimes we can judge our body, but when we think about all the good that our body does for us, it's actually really great. Switching sides if you haven't already. Making your way around your hip bones, your pelvis, groin, the side of your body. Again, feeling and noticing bones, flesh, muscle. And make your way to your low back. And this is again letting whatever feelings or thoughts that are coming up, just noticing them. Sometimes when we slow down, we can start to hear the voice in our head. And it gives us an opportunity to change it if that's what we feel called to do. Maybe find kind words, making your way to your belly. Maybe if we've been critical towards ourselves, it's something kind you can say to yourself right now. Make your way up your torso, around the ribs. Make your way to your chest and under the armpit. Sometimes from a very young age, we get the message that our body has to be a certain way, whether it's a function or a look. Just an invitation to accept yourself exactly as you are. Making your way up to your shoulders, your collarbone. Maybe feeling gratitude for all the things your body does for you. Your lymph, your blood, your joints. And then coming to your throat, where your vocal cords are, your esophagus. And the ears, placing your fingertips on your ears. Then your scalp, maybe you take your fingertips to your scalp. Maybe you start at the back of your head and work your way forward, or vice versa. And then just gently touching your face with your fingertips, starting maybe at your hairline. Work your way past your forehead, eyebrows, eyelids, cheekbones, nose. Around the lips, under your nose, your chin, jawline. And then come to cross your arms, placing one hand on the opposite underneath your shoulder, and then the other hand. So you're going to cross your hands cross over your chest, I guess I should say. Just your hands on your shoulders, like giving yourself a mini hug. Just notice how it feels. Your hands cross your body. I'm going to place your hands on your lap and closing your eyes down if they're open. Again, check in. How does your mind feel? How does your body feel? Knowing that these movements, practices that we've just completed have supported your body in the production of the chemicals and hormones that help you feel good, help regulate your nervous system. And so whatever thoughts or feelings have arisen, it's just knowing it's always in a positive direction. Just notice the feeling now that you've done these calming practices. Notice how that feels in your body and your mind.